Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Learn Excel. I'm your Excel instructor. Guys, today we will be learning about add-ins. Guys, let me tell you about add-ins. Why do we use add-ins in Excel? If I talk about UDF, user defined functions, which we covered earlier, and today we are going to make add-ins which will work in all the Excel files. You must have noticed that Excel has tons of functions, but sometimes, we have to build some customized functions which are not available in Excel. So guys, today this session is all about making the UDF and how we can use those functions in all Excel files. Let's see. Let's take one simple example. Guys, today I'll make one automation or maybe one kind of formula we'll build, and and we'll use that formula everywhere. So that, for example, if you use VLOOKUP, all right, so you can see VLOOKUP is almost everywhere, you can use it. But now if we want a formula where if I search a value for banana, this is the sample data, so I should get all the values which are against banana in the category. Suppose fruit, and again, let me take it fruit 1, and again vegetables. So I need all the values in one cell of banana over there, all the categories separated by comma. So guys, this function is not available in Excel, but today let's do that, and we have to ensure that function we can use everywhere in all Excel files, maybe in all tabs. So guys, let's do that. First, as I mentioned already, we have to save the file with Microsoft Excel enabled workbook. All right, so we have to press Alt F, we have to press F12, and then F12 we have to press and save the file with Excel enabled macro workbook. All right, so let me go there. This is Excel macro enabled workbook. Let me take data sample, or maybe add-ins tool. Okay, and this is actually we have saved. Now we have to go to developer. Either you can go to developer and Visual Basics, or you can select Alt F11. Alt F11 is shortcut key to go to VB editor. Now Control R, so that you can see the left screen, and go to insert and module. So guys, we are creating our add-in today. All right, so now how to use that add-in in all the Excel files. So let's take the example of one small UDF where we will look up all the values of one product. All right, so let me check function, and what should be the name function? Multiple lookups. All right, and now let me understand, if we are searching banana, of course banana is our lookup value. All right, that's the thing we have to use. So before that we have to use lookup range, guys. All right, so let me search lookup value, lookup value as string, because banana is a string, and then we have to write lookup RNG as range, and then column number, this is fine, column as integer. All right, so this is these are the argument, or these are the things which we have to supply before we use this function. So to get multiple lookups for particular product, we have to give all three values, because what actually we are looking for, where we are looking for, and what output we are getting, same thing. All right, so now what we have to do now, next step, let me say dim I as long. Okay, because you have to run the loop, and dim output as a string, because this is the one which we have to store the value. And now for I equal to 1 to lookup RNG dot columns, maybe you can say this, and that cells dot count, next I. So guys, let me just read this, or we have to find out what value this actually syntax has stored. All right, this. And let me now we have to use lookup, multiple lookups, and use somewhere equal to this. Now guys, you can see the formula is visible, and this is the value which we are looking for, and you can say this is the value, and maybe column 2 you can say, or maybe column 1. All right, 10. So you can say what is 10 guys. 10 is nothing but number of rows. So now what we have to do, just remove this, and we have to put one more condition over there. If lookup rng dot cells I comma 1 dot value equal to lookup value, and if guys, if lookup value equal to lookup rng dot cells I comma 1 dot value, then what we have to do, then we have to take this output equal to output and percent. I want all the values should be separated by comma, and then you can write this value lookup rng dot uh, lookup rng dot mm, cells I comma col num dot value. All right, well, this is the function which actually store all the values. Guys, understand and run this function now, because once you do that, it will be easy for you. See, lookup range dot this. Now what should be the output? F8. Okay, press F8. No, nothing is working. All right, so again we will try lookup value. We'll try this 10, and now see, this is the lookup value, lookup rng dot cells. All right, and now column number, we have not given the column number over there because column number will be 2. All right, so we have to give the 2 column number again. Let's see what result we are getting. If I put my cursor over there, breakpoint, press F8, now nothing actually we are getting. All right guys, what is the problem in this function? We are getting almost everything, but result is not coming, because if we look at this function, where are we call num, this is actually wrong. This is the correct spelling. All right, call num. Guys, now you see it is still getting us some issue in the code, but now understand this part where actually we have given 2 and F5. So if you run this code again, because this is called debugging guys, unless we understand debugging very well, we can't actually work. So now you see this value equivalent to this, and if I press F8, now you see lookup value. All right, and what actually this value stores, you can see this value also. Control C, MSG box. All right, if you take it on the top and see what value this function store, banana, so which is perfect. And of course this is also banana, and then we are telling I comma second. So now you see, if lookup rng, and now if you press F8, all right, so output, what should be the output guys? Now you see output is fruit, it has stored the fruit. All right, and again you press F8, so now carrots, because that value is coming. All right, so if you keep on pressing F8, the function is working. But now look at the function we have written very well. Now we have to pass this function equal to output. All right, now if you remove or make it a comment, and now if you just see, all the values are reflecting guys. All right, so this is the function which we have written, but now the value is coming, but comma is coming in the beginning. How we can remove the comma? You can just mention left, and now copy this, and comma length of output -1. So guys, now you see, if you just do that, again we are getting. So why this is coming? Because if you look at this output, we want all the we want actually from the left. So now if you see what output we are getting, left, this output. Now if you see that, all right, and this is the one, because there is no comma at the end, so maybe we have to use right function over there. All right, so you can see that if you just see the result we are getting or not. Correct, guys. So we are getting the result. So guys, there are two things: either you apply comma in between, all right, or maybe you can do that way also, uh, over here, maybe at the end. So you can say this way, control X, all right, or maybe whatever you feel like, ampersand this. So what is happening now? It will come this way. So you have to be very careful what actually we want, because we have used like this function. If we use output, output, all right, now you run this code again and see, now comma is coming at the end. So here you have to use left function again. So you have to see where actually you have to put the function. So again you have to find out length of output minus 1. So now you see this is the output we were looking for. All right, correct. So if you search carrot, CARROTS, so now guys see that carrots has three vegetables. See, one, all right, and 2 and 3. If I mention carrots, V1, and carrots V2, and here carrots V3. So now guys understand, this function doesn't seem to be volatile. Volatile means, generally understand one thing: whenever we develop any UDF, they are not volatile. Since you notice that if I change some values here, all right, so the function is not changing. So how to actually make it much more effective, so that once you change the value, the function itself will get recalculated. So you have to just put one line of syntax, application dot volatile. So you have to mention this line. So now if you just put this, see that automatically it is changing. All right, now you see, if I put 2, and if I put 2, immediately the function is getting, recalculated. So guys understand why this line is very important. If you remove this line, let me comment out this line, and now if you change some value here, see that now it is happening. All right, but now I change this value, where this value is not updated. Now if I put some more value, guys, it is not updated. So once I remove this or make it, if this line as a code, and remove the single quote, now you see, if I change value over there, immediately the value are recalculated. So guys understand, this is how the function is written to find out the multiple values of the lookup value. All right, and again I'm telling you, this is the value which we are looking for, this is the range, and this is the column number. Since the column number second we are looking for. So what does it happen here? If this is actually nothing but total number of actually rows, if you mention over there 11, so result will be perfect, guys. Okay, understood, guys? It is clear, because this is the value which is coming on the first, and this is second, and of course this is the first. All right, and again you can see this value, lookup range dot cells, this value, we are actually looping through this value. Then we are telling output equal to, this is the second value, because lookup range dot cells I comma column dot value. So if you read this value again, control C, and now make it a code, and now see what result you are getting. Because maybe let me just put it control X over there. All right, and see, if you just do that, guys, this is the value you are getting. Press F8. All right, so but lookup range is the one which you have selected in the code, A to A11. But if you write this way, lookup range dot cells second row, and the column, then it will search in the second column. All right. And there is another way also to handle this scenario. if you if you don't want to mention these things, all right, so you can mention lookup range dot offset uh, dot offset and 0 comma 1. So guys, let me check this also. So this result we are not getting, guys. All right, why? Because if you read this value, lookup range dot offset 0 comma 1 dot value, let me put dot value also and see, are we getting a result or not? No. Let me understand this, why it is not working. All right, so lookup range, control C, and now let me make it, and then I'll show you why it is not working. All right, so let me put that. If you just put this value and see what value this code, lookup range dot offset, guys, understand, lookup range actually entire range. All right, that's why it is not working. Press F8. Now you understood the result you are not getting. So if you mention lookup range dot cells dot, all right, offset, so what is happening, guys? Lookup range dot cells, again you have to mention what cells, because we don't know what cells, because this is the one and maybe this is the one. All right, one dot offset, and again you see the what value this function is actually storing. And now you just put that breakpoint and see F8, press F8. Now you understood we have used this entire syntax to understand. And now if you remove this, all right, and now see, we are getting 0 still. All right, now see that, now result we are getting perfectly fine. So we have not used this actually anywhere else. If you mention 0 also, the result you are getting. All right, so because you know that your lookup value, or maybe the value which you are looking for, that output is located in the second column. This is the lookup value and this is the second column which is adjacent to a column. So we haven't mentioned this anywhere, and you can remove this also from this. All right, and now if you just do control S and just refresh this, nothing is happening. All right, because you have given 0 over there. If you remove this 0, you see the result is coming. All right, I hope guys you found this useful. This is how we write UDF function. Now the condition is that we have to use this function everywhere in the Excel file. So very simple, go to file, all right, and now go to save as, go to computer or whatever you feel like. You have to press F12. Now search add-ins, where we have the add-in, Excel add-in. Click Excel add-in, and now, all right, Excel add-in, guys, you can actually file name you can give over there, multiple lookups. All right, let's see what happens. Now you go to file again, go to option. All right, now you go to add-in, and now Excel add-ins. By default it is there, otherwise you go there, select Excel add-ins, go there. Guys, you know, multiple lookup function we have to select here and then click OK. All right, now this is the data which I have, and what is happening, guys, if I do control N and if you just search equal to multiple lookups, guys, this function you can see here. All right, and this is the new Excel file. If I just control C and if I put my data here and if I search equal to multiple lookups and I'm searching A banana, and where I'm searching, you can say I'm searching here, and then see the result, vegetable, fruit one, fruit. So fruit, fruit one, and then vegetables. All right, guys, so you know these are the add-ins where you can use them anywhere, guys. Let me close that. All right, and let me close this also. So now I have closed everything, guys. I'm going there, and now let me open new Excel file, Microsoft Excel file, and now see, this is the file which I'm opening now. So guys, now you know Excel is open. So let me put some code over there, or maybe some data. Suppose code, and I can mention weight. All right, this is the data I'm making, and since A12, and these are the codes. All right, let me make this A12 also, maybe 4 times. All right, and now this is actually the weight. I'm just putting dummy data, and now let me search equal to multiple lookups. Guys, you can see this formula will always be available in all Excel files. Now I'm searching A12, this value, and where I'm searching, you can just put here, and then this is the result, guys. All right, is this correct result, guys? A12 has this data. All right, this is correct. And now if you come here, A12 has this data, 1241. The problem is that in the function what we had written, we have hard code that 11 rows. All right, so that's why the result you are not getting correctly. But nothing to worry. If I mention this actually here also and here also, you see the result we are getting correctly. And if you see 1234 is there, very good. If you see 1237 and 1238, of course is there, and 1241 is also there. So guys, I hope you found this useful. And as I mentioned, why we are not getting all the data, because we have hard code 11. All right, we have hard code 11, 11 rows are there. All right, and if you want to add more, so you can actually go and search. Maybe let me explore on that, how we can correct that also. Now if you just press F12, all right, if you just go there, add in, select add-ins again, because you have to correct the formula. Now you see this is the function, Control C, and now go to that folder and maybe just Control N, and now put that path and go. This is the code which we had saved there already. It is open. Now let's, this we actually opened. Okay, now see, we have hard code that. All right, so what you can do here, you can actually write dot this lookup range dot columns dot count. All right, Control S. Now if you just close this and see, guys, you know this is 1248, it is working. All right, if I make this maybe here also, or maybe make it 11111, and if you just now guys understand, if you look at this function, still it is not volatile. All right, because if you just see, this is the function, if you mention this, it is working. All right, once you do any changes. So if you just make Control D and see what is happening, if you refresh this, something happens? No. So what is happening, the formula, it is taking only up to some values. All right, because the range we have selected here hard code, so again you have to change the or select the range. All right, so this is how the function is working. It is working superb. All right, if you make any change, yes, it is reflecting correctly. So what is happening, the range we have to select completely. All right, so this is how the function actually works. And I hope guys you can actually understand better if you write by yourself such kind of functions, and you can explore more. So this small function we have customized and wrote in our Excel VBA, and you can say this is the line which actually magical line which actually recalculate the formula. Once you do the change, all right, immediately the formula is reflected. And now don't forget to add this. Understand one more point, UDF, user defined functions, are not volatile. You have to always add this line to make them volatile, to make them recalculated itself. And second thing, the way we have written the function, there are multiple ways to write the function, and now we have written this function so that we can use it anywhere in Excel. So whatever Excel you open, if I do control N, guys, you can say multiple lookups, this function is available. All right, so guys, this session was all about to create add-ins and to customize and tailor the function to your requirement. Now you got to know how you can benefit from such kind of functions, and you will just write if you don't have the functions available in Excel file. Thank you very much guys for joining. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye, take care.